Yeah, so modernization is not just an IT project. It requires business stakeholders and business to be involved. But what's the role of AI, Saurabh, in this? Because everybody has AI ambitions today. But you mentioned the paper that we did, but very few are realizing them. What's breaking down ambitions from impact?
I think the again role of AI is what you would like it to be. I think in our context and the clients that we are talking to, we are absolutely seeing how we can do all aspects of modernization with AI. And I'll give one more example as we move forward in this conversation. But for now, uh, right from understanding the code base that exists, understanding the data that exists, understanding the workflow that exists, AI can play a pivotal role in discovery. AI plays a pivotal role in then forward engineering, and all the way to the build of the modern system. AI is very helpful in bridging that. Obviously, certain guardrails, certain standards and policies have to be enforced to make it enterprise grade. Otherwise, you end up doing a beautiful pilot that is not really scaling. And that's what our focus has been with the platformification of AI capability and how we do modernization, how we do software build, to keep it short.
Yeah. No, I keep joking about that AI is going through a death by a thousand POCs and pilots right now, and very few moving into production. But Rory, if you don't mind, bring this to life. What does if you like? Let's say you strip away all the product names and buzzwords and everything else. What does modernization actually look like at Menzies Aviation? And you've often talked about project led modernization to platform led modernization. What does that really mean?
I think the best way to illustrate this is it's the building of a house, and we've just been through a huge modernization program within Menzies Cargo. The first step that we did is that we stripped down everything that we had from a legacy perspective. Um, Throwing technology on a business problem for the sake of the technology very rarely happens successfully. That ignores the change management and the people and all of that good stuff. So I think, first of all, what we did is that we stripped down the processes, we standardized them, we got people from the business heavily involved to make sure that we were being effective and efficient. We then were absolutely razor focused on platforms. We had the core system, which was the import, the export, the transshipment, that anybody in the world who's involved in cargo understands those principles and those business transactions. The second platform we had was the really hard technical stuff, which changes in every single country, customs. So we had a platform for customs, again, that had the fundamental capabilities, but the local requirements for the market could then be catered for. So that removed a point-to-point capability. So one platform for customs, fully integrated with the cargo management system, and then everybody, which is the soul and the nervous system of everything, a third platform, which was the data. And that became our foundation, which then allowed us to have a look at what we could really do with AI. And the AI journey has literally started, that we're looking at, where we take some of those processes end to end, and understand how we can then use AI to be more effective, faster, and impacts that transaction process from start to finish. And then I think we'll see some true value in what we're trying to do with it. And how do we know it was successful? Is we hit a point where we move past the very real risk that we would fail, because we hadn't re-engineered it properly, to being able to roll it out, scale, and speed. And to give you an example of what we managed to do, while we were still building the platform, we were rolling it out at the same time, and we managed to roll the platform out to 47 stations in 25 months, I think it was, sorry, give or take, where you're counting it from. And now we can take the step with AI, and we can use our specialists who are supporting us to say, what are the right end-to-end processes that add that value, where the AI is really delivering business value at the end of it, rather than can I write ChatGPT to find out, the highest tonnages in our top 5 airports, which I can get from multiple places. So redo your foundations, look at your processes, materialize your legacy into platforms that are robust and standardized as much as possible. The infamous Starbucks model. You walk into any of our airports, you're using the same platform, and then the cream on your cake becomes your artificial intelligence. And however powerful that's going to become, it's the roof on the house.
Just because we are having this conversation, Rory has said some really pertinent and beautiful things about how they've succeeded and what were the fundamentals of this transformation, modernization. There are other things in a relationship when you are a provider and there's a organization, a client, and a partner like Rory with whom you're working. The things that makes these things also, which are unstated things, is they never outsourced their transformation or modernization. They partnered for it. What that means is a lot, actually, because they never let go of where the business needs to go. They never let go of like partnering day to day on what this needs to look like and feel like when it is implemented. So they drove it as much as we had to bring in the technology or now the AI and the other aspects of it together, because that is the meaningful partnership and what makes it successful. And I have often found, you said like transformation, modernization as something that just is on paper. When it is fully outsourced, then you can't outsource the business outcomes that your business has to achieve as a client. And if you partner the way Rory and us did, I think that's a great recipe for success. And I think that's something that's really important to mention as well.